All righty, here we go. Friday morning. The opening shift, 4:45 to 9, that I work, and that Tony works on Wednesday. That shift has been that or close to that within half an hour for years. How do I know? Because I used to make the schedule. And when I started with that responsibility, the discussion was to have all the shifts as close to the same length of time as possible. We had just had a gentleman retire. Actually, he was already retired. He retired from working in the fitness center. And he was kind of the lone holdout. He just worked a really short shift, and it kind of made the scheduling a little wonky. So I thought, now's the perfect time to implement this equitable shift kind of schedule. Plus, it kind of lets everybody know this is what it's going to always be. It's a 4-hour, basically, blah, blah, blah. And it worked great. It was real simple. Didn't really bleed over from, if you had something to do in the afternoon, you could work a morning shift. If you had something to do in the morning, it just worked well. But the pandemic came along, and the Y didn't handle it well. And long story not short enough, they ended up needing someone to cover basically 2 of those shifts. Most days. I don't know how many days a week. I'm thinking all of them at one point. And so the schedule got changed. And so my Friday and Tony's Wednesday is the only days now that have that 4.5 hour, basically, 4 and a little bit shift in the morning. But I finally decided, I've never said anything. I always felt like, hey, we should really kind of go back to the schedule we had, because the needs aren't there like they were during the pandemic. Some of us have been there for 20 years. Would like to have some hours back. And so I finally sent an email to my boss and her boss, saying, if we ever go back to the pre-pandemic schedule, I'd like to open Tuesdays and Thursdays in addition to my Fridays. I kind of also have a feeling that the person who's been working those 3 double shifts every week, I'm getting the impression that maybe they're not going to be there a whole lot longer, so that might open the opportunity as well. But anyway, all of that to say, maybe sometime soon I won't just be working once a week. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, although it's shower days and I always kind of dread them anyway, it's also not a dialysis day, so I don't feel like I got to scurry home as quick as possible to get Walt to dialysis. That's why I said Tuesdays and Thursdays. If Walt wasn't alive, I would say give them all to me. Give me whatever you got until I find another job, and we'll go from there. Why's not going to pay me what I'm going to need to make when that day comes. Just throwing that out there. You would think after 20 years. But no, that's okay. Anyway, so today, I don't know what I'm doing after dialysis other than going to the grocery store and probably taking some recycling to be recycled. Because I already did some scratch-offs on Wednesday. I think Wednesday really should be my new day, but there's every chance I decide to do it again today. I got some winners to cash in that I didn't cash in Wednesday. Or then again, I might just get some scratch-offs at the grocery store and be done with it. But it is Friday, and my sheets are in the washing machine, and I'm going to actually wash my mattress cover and one of my blankets I don't always wash. I'm going to wash them this afternoon. I say this afternoon like 10 o'clock is in the afternoon. When I get home at 9:30, I'm going to put them in the wash. There's not a whole lot else going on, to be honest. I'm just gonna slide right in here. And hey, what do you know? Somebody that knows the traffic laws. And see you after work. All right, it is 3 minutes after 10. I have just left the dialysis clinic, and I'm on my way to the grocery store. Oh, shoot. No, I'm not. Damn. I turned at the wrong place. Anyway, I'm on the way to the recycling center. I'm on the long way around to the cycling center. Recycling center. Ooh, a cycling center would be cool. Which bike should I take? I never thought about it. I have 6 bikes. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 5. I have 5 bikes. And 3 of them don't take me anywhere. Oh well. Yeah, I have 2 spin bikes and a recumbent bike that I got from my father that he doesn't use. And then my mountain bike and my road bike. Anyway, work went off without a hitch. A few faces not there, but that's kind of to be expected. I think some people are either getting in last minute vacations or didn't make it in today because they're back into the school grind. One of my absolute favorite members, this is his first year of not teaching. He is, as he's put it, retired. Like he's been quote unquote retired for a few years, but still teaching. And this is the first year that he's done. And gotta say, it's kind of nice to have him around a little bit later in the morning. Good guy. Anyway, not a whole lot new, except it turns out, I think I mentioned that I had emailed my boss and my boss's boss about the schedule. Well, I stepped in it and didn't mean to. I didn't know I was stepping in it. So I sent that email yesterday. At the same time yesterday, there was a group chat exchange going on. I'm not part of the group chat. I refuse to get into that stupidity when email works fine for work stuff. So in the group chat, someone who also lost a shift was kind of raising hell. And the person who got the shift that the first person lost was giving hell back. And I was right there in the middle of it, emailing the boss about my schedule. And one of the days I asked about was one of the days that got taken from this other one. Oh, Jesus. So I think I'm going to have to send my boss another email and say, I'm sorry, I didn't know that the conversation had gotten to where it was regarding the schedule. My email to you was sent from someone oblivious to what was going on discussion-wise. Anyway, and actually, as it seems to be going, my email might have been perfectly timed because there might be some shifts becoming available soon. I have a feeling one of those 2 women are not going to keep working at the Y. Anyway, I did get to discuss some things with my buddy Tony, who has some knowledge and experience when it comes to medical things for sure, and heart things specifically. He had open heart surgery last year, and so if that is what comes my way, I've been able to bounce some questions and thoughts and ideas and get some info from him on that. That may come in very handy eventually. Also, did a little research this morning, was reading a little more, not realizing until today, and which kind of surprises me that I didn't do this because I'm such a fan of Wikipedia, that the hospital I'm going to in Charleston actually has its own Wikipedia page. So I was looking there for more information that wasn't in the About Us or FAQs of the hospital's website. So because this condition is considered pediatric cardiology, because it's normally a congenital defect that's found, diagnosed, and treated at birth, I'll be going to the Children's Hospital. Sean Jenkins, I think, is the name of it. Sean Jenkins is a tech guru who donated $25 million to the building of this facility. And the pediatric cardiology department of this hospital is ranked 4th in the country, which is a little comforting, reassuring, maybe as well. Is that right? Am I saying that right? It's comforting and reassuring? Is that redundant? Anyway, so yeah. What else? I guess that's about it. Saw some Olympic stuff that I didn't kind of want to see, but kind of forgot that there was preseason football last night. There were some interesting things happened there, but it's preseason, so nobody gives a shit. And I guess that's about it. I've got some scratch-offs to cash in. I'm going to go do that. I think I had said earlier I wasn't sure if I would or not, but I will. And then hopefully next week I will make the transition to Wednesday be my chiropractic pharmacy scratch-off recycling day. But I had enough recycling and enough scratch-offs that I didn't want to wait till next Wednesday. I want to get it taken care of. And then I got to go to the grocery store. And I hope I have everything I need. I'm going to make spaghetti tonight. That will be nice. I hope I can put myself in a position to have some without feeling too guilty about it. Other than that, I think that's about it. Yeah. Still not sure what kind of workout I'm going to do today. I think I'm going to stick to the plan for now of working out Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I mean, weight-wise. I'll do cardio every day. And there may be a day soon where I start throwing in some more kettlebell and mace bell and weighted walks. I just want to figure out the best way for me to incorporate that into my current lifting schedule, just to keep my shoulders awake and alive. Ooh, you bitches ran that red light. Anyway, oh, there's a Jeep full of ducks. Somebody explain that shit to me. I don't get the whole duck in the Jeep thing. That person has, I'm gonna say, 8 to 10 ducks, and it looks like an old lady driving a Jeep. How does a car become popular? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I understand that there are people, I know people like this. In fact, someone I've already mentioned in this video is like this, where they are willing to trade in a car and maybe even take a hit on it to get a new car. So I understand this older lady here may have turned in whatever she was driving just because she was seeing more Jeeps on the road, I guess. I can't imagine being that committed to having a trendy car. I guess there is such a thing as a trendy car, because it seems like Jeeps are trendy right now. But still, what the fuck with the ducks? if somebody, I don't have a Jeep, obviously. I have a pickup truck. But let's just pretend that all of a sudden it was the norm to go, and if you see another pickup truck, you put a frog on the hood. Get that fucking frog off my hood. I don't want a damn frog on my hood. Get that duck off of that person's car. They don't want that duck. And then what happens if you are a Jeep driver? Let's say you're a guy that's been driving a Jeep for 20 years or more. And all of a sudden people start putting ducks on you. No, fuck that. Get rid of that shit. Get that duck off of my Jeep. Anyway, I'm perfectly content with my truck. In fact, when I bought it, I told the dealer that I hoped it would be the last vehicle I'd ever have to buy. And I don't mean that because I hope I die young. I mean that because I hope this truck doesn't. I'm 53. The truck is 10 years old. Man, if I could get 30 years out of this truck, I'd be happy, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I guess that's all for now. I'll holler at you.
At CBS.
Some of it is finding the line of locker room talk that you can bring, and also finding the knowledge level that you should bring to the table, because you can't go so deep into the weeds about things that are going on in the games and some of the tactics. What you can do, obviously, when we're in the back room or the green room, me and Coach Cowher are sitting there talking about schemes and things. It's unbelievable. But you bring that to the air, and you might lose some people pretty quickly. So there's a fine line that you have to find between educating the fans and keeping them in, and also going too far.
Yeah, because sometimes you can speak a language for your fellow football players, and that's not your job. Your job is to speak your language, but translate it so we can understand it. And that's sometimes tricky for our former athletes.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky. I specifically remember there was something that we were talking about we were leading up to the Mahomes playing against the Ravens, and we were talking about, how he likes to scramble out the B gap, and then, sometimes he'll go deep out the back of the pocket. And they were like, are we 100% sure that the fans know, the B gap? And I was like, I think there's a large majority of fans that do. And they were like, but does everybody? And so that's, I had to say that gap there between the tackle and the center. You just can't. Sometimes you have to switch it up.
How's your soccer club doing?
We start up on Monday. We got our first match on Monday for the new season. Very much looking forward to it. We're in the championship. Last time we were in the championship, we won it and nearly set a record for points. So very much looking forward to this season.
All right, before we let you go, let's play the JJ benching game. How much is JJ benching right now? 1 rep. Todd?
445.
445. Seton O'Connor, JJ Watt, 1 rep.
I'm going to say 425.
All right. Marvin?
He's taking it light, so 375.
All right. Paul?
We've been doing a lot of leg work this summer, I've noticed. Good job by you, kid. I'm gonna go 435, no spotter.
Paulie checks out your pictures on Instagram, which it's creepy.
I'm an advisor.
But it's creepy when he goes, oh, look at JJ. Oh, look how you're working out. I'm gonna go 425.
I actually have bets today, so I could.
Alrighty. It is 2:01. And that might be my dad's old truck. My father had a, I don't know what year it was. I don't remember. But he had a little Ford Ranger. And I'd say he drove it into the ground, but you can't kill those things. And he had gotten another vehicle. I think maybe it was his Explorer he had. But he didn't get rid of the Ranger. And because he always used to talk about a homeowner needs a truck. And I used to think he was crazy. And now I realize, yeah, a homeowner needs a truck. Anyway, so he held on to that Ranger. And one of the things he did it started me thinking that maybe he was making some bad decisions. Was he sold that Ranger for next to nothing? I don't remember exactly. It's like $500 or something. He should have gotten at least $1,000 out of it. And then there were things he literally gave away. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, however, there was something distinct about that little Ranger, and we see it around every now and then. And I don't think that the truck I just saw was it, but it was really damn close. That's kind of silly, but there's something about it. I don't remember what exactly, and I know it when I see it, but there was something about that truck that stood out. Anyway. Oh, I see cars leaving the dialysis clinic. I'm running behind. There goes Becky. Wednesday when I got here, he was standing outside. He said he had just walked outside. So hopefully I didn't leave him sitting there too long. But he's not outside yet today, so maybe I'm here early enough. Anyway, we'll see.